Welcome back to Studio One Vintage Guitars, New Zealand's home of vintage guitars. My name is Nick Brightwell, and today we're putting the spotlight on David Benavides. From the far north, up north of New Zealand, David Benavides has been making guitars here in New Zealand for over 15 years. He's an expert craftsman. We recently had him in shop. He brought in these guitars that we have ordered from him. This is our first big order. So we have a range of his guitars. We have the 14 fret L-00 style. We have the 12 fret L-00 style. We have the parlor 12 fret style. And we also have a older style, the working man, the kind of triple O shape. So yeah, we're very excited to have these in. David has been a great partner of ours for the last year. We had a lot of inquiries and contact from his last Benavides model that we demoed. It was great to have him in the shop recently. He gave us a lot of insight into how he's building these guitars and the kind of the tree of knowledge that he has and the people that are helping him achieve great things. So let's just start with the 14 fret. So what we've got going on here is it's David's building style is kind of part Martin, part Gibson. Really, he's taken the design aspects that he's liked and he's incorporated them into his builds, and he's slowly, developed his own style. So first of all, we've got an Adirondack top. So immediately we were in the same category as the high-end Martins. A great spruce top with a lot of clarity and punch. And then we have Sapele mahogany back inside, so kind of African mahogany. This is a very nice look of wood. And so essentially we have kind of like your 18 style Martin. But this kind of, as I said, has a hybrid of styles. So we have the X brace, which is originally from Martin. The rear bracing is very much like an older Gibson, so it's the ridges style, thin, a little bit sharp at the tip, and then the top bracing is slightly different to what Martin would make. It's a development of David's himself, and he's kind of he explained it to us, but I'm not going to go into detail because he explained it exactly. But basically, I think he was saying some of the smaller tone bars that come off are slightly flayed, whereas Martin's will be straight on, or Gibson's might not even be there. His is slightly changed to give a little bit more movement of the top. What he was talking about is this idea that the top pumps, so as a speaker moves, you've seen a speaker move with music, so does the top of a guitar. The top of the guitar is like the speaker, and so it's moving like this. And he was talking about up here, where they have a lot of bracing, it kind of hinges. So you kind of have this area of the guitar is moving as you play it, and then up here is kind of where it's holding it. So let's just play it a little bit more. So it's a really great E. Now really dig in. So this being a 14 fret model, that means that the body is slightly shorter than the one here. And so comparing these two, we're going to do a comparison of these two. This, because it has a bit more real estate in the body size, means it's kind of, you get a bit more low end. This is really good for a light finger picking touch. This 14 fret means it's a little bit shorter body, which means it's a bit more punch. You definitely have more kind of clarity in this, you'd say, compared to that. But very, very similar, being made out of the same things. And let's just also look at the pick guard very quickly. This is actually, when he brought the guitars in, this is the first thing I commented on, because like, cool, haven't seen one of those. I think the only time I've seen this color is like on the old Wisconsin-made Paramounts. Give us a thumbs up if you know what a Paramount is from Wisconsin. So, do a little bit of pick work with this. Take my body off the guitar, so you can really hear the back and sides working now. guitar. We'll also talk about, we have nitro cellulose finish on this, so a very kind of vintage style gloss finish. The neck shape is a very ergonomic kind of C, full C, or no, he actually described it as a V. So it's, yeah, to be honest, I'm still not really savvy on how to actually describe necks. To me, this feels like a full C. The way he was describing it, it's a V shape and it kind of fills out to the binding, so it doesn't kind of go in like a hard V, it kind of comes around like a V. So it's a very nice hand shape. I don't have huge hands, but this is for me very comfortable, and I think people with you know, large hands as well are going to find this very comfortable. Just a lot to wrap around, but not too big. So you know, this stuff is very easy. Yeah, it's just a beautiful shape all the way up and down. And I don't know what you call the neck joint, or sorry, where we would have on Martin would have a volute. This has a, I don't know quite what to call this. Don't know who I should compare it to, but it's kind of like, it's a similar kind of idea. There's a little bit more build up here where the neck moves or changes angles, so it's beefed up there. And we also have the open back style vintage tuners, and they are brass, which David was telling us lasts a little bit longer than your standard nickel. So we'll do some, go into drop D, do one for Waylon. Then we'll go up the neck. Yeah, so wonderful, wonderful instrument. I mean, hats off to David. Very impressive. He loves what he does. He has a cool little workshop up in the far north, kind of endless summer part of New Zealand, and he's kind of off the grid there. Has it all set up just right for humidity, and he's just having a ball making these great guitars. So I'm going to say, sadly, I think this one is already spoken for. We had a customer come in immediately as soon as we announced they were in shop. He came and played between these two, found that these two for his style of playing was where it was at, and I think this is the one he's picked. But if it's still on the website when this video goes up, it is fair game. But yeah, so once again, a Benavides L-00 14 fret style from the far north of New Zealand, a absolutely wonderful handmade New Zealand instrument. If you're looking to support New Zealand builders, David is one of your finest candidates. So yeah, come in and check out these guitars. We have already ordered more. We're going to get a 12-string variant, I think, of the Parlor. We're going to get some more of these. If you want to get in touch and maybe talk with David about ordering something special for yourself, we can do that as well. But yeah, just please get in touch if you're interested in these instruments, because we've just got them and they're probably not going to be here for a long time. Yeah, so if you've liked this content, please like, subscribe and share. My name is Nick Brightwell, and we've got Josh Thomas behind the camera doing all the socials and all of the internet stuff. Yeah, so yeah, have yourself a great day. We'll see you next time. Cheers.